this week we're talking about the 2002 movie 8 Mile, kind of, sort of, loosely, not really, kind of, sort of, based off of the life of a young Eminem, starring none other than Eminem himself. I remember watching this movie as a kid, and it was like, it was a pretty good movie, and not much more than that. And I kind of, I don't think I've really changed my opinion since then. And this movie, but by the end of it, I definitely found myself like really rooting for, Rabbit or whatever, which is like a goofy ass name, if you ask me.
Jimmy Smith Jr.
Yeah,
they could have picked a less
Jimmy.
generic name.
Jimmy. But yeah, at the end, like it's an enjoyable movie. Like it met all of my rewatch expectations, I feel, and so I feel like it's like a 6 out of 10.
I think
that bitch go first.
I think is this the first movie we've all seen beforehand?
Yeah. Oh, well, maybe
Probably.
Avatar. Did everyone see Avatar?
I recommended it because I hadn't seen it.
Chris still has never seen it.
Still never watched Avatar.
What about?
But yeah, like I, like many a white suburban kid in the early 2010s, was a fan of Eminem, and so like I saw this back in like middle school, and upon a rewatch, yeah, I think I liked it just about the same, if not a little bit more. I guess like something that I recontextualized a lot more upon watching it is like the picture that it paints of like how like downtrodden Detroit had become, especially because like the time that this came out, like it's depicting like the mid 90s, and this is like not too long after the automotive industry had been like gutted out of Detroit, and just like the economy got like wrecked. So like that was definitely like really interesting to see. And yeah, like it's just like a good underdog story, I think, and like the rap battles are fun to watch. So
yeah, I'll go. Oh, John. All right. So from a
What's the scale?
yeah, what's
Oh
the
yeah, I
scale?
forgot about
From
that.
scale.
from a 80s like
Maddie
hip-hop-
B to
from a 80s hip hop to crunk. Where are we feeling?
80s hip hop to crunk. This is definitely like
The 80s, like you know what I'm talking about. The
Yeah,
weird
yeah.
corny stuff.
Oh, dude, I don't know. This is probably like
Tough
struggling.
one.
This is the hardest one
This
so
is
far.
a tough one. This is a tough.
This is
one.
the most divisive.
I was
movie
gonna say
so
like
far
maybe like Tom
on the
McDonald.
John scale. Wow.
White
So 10 out of
boy,
10?
white
Yeah,
boy.
10 out of 10.
A 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense, I feel like.
Yeah, we
What
have to try to
color?
like interpret John's answer at the
This
end
is a
of this.
perfect movie.
This
Yeah,
is a
it's
10 out
a
of 10.
That's a good.
That's what I would assume.
flawless.
I enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
I'll go next. I think I probably like this the most out of everybody here.
Ooh.
I would give this movie an 8 out of 10. I really, really enjoyed it. I don't know that it was like some super artistic masterpiece, but I could see myself like rewatching this movie a shit ton. I thought the pacing was like fine. There weren't any issues there. Acting, I don't think anybody really did too bad. Even like Eminem, like is the main star
For his
of it.
first movie, especially.
Yeah,
Well,
dude,
I'll-
he fit.
I'll
He
get to
fit
that later.
right in. I thought
Yeah, I'm gonna get at that
Um,
later.
there wasn't any anything that like glared out to me as like taking me out of the movie. And I really enjoyed all the character interactions. Like everybody is like, I don't know. There's different. There are characters who are like actually trying to get out of Detroit and out of this like horrible situation. And then like some people are like just talking about like when he blows up on his friends and they're like, they don't actually care about getting out. They just like want to like live this fantasy in their heads, and then they're fine living with their mom at night.
Yeah.
I thought there was
Just
like a
want to
cool...
talk about it than do it. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was cool, like because you can see that in different characters, like who's actually trying to like bust their ass and get out. But I don't know. I enjoyed this movie a lot, and the rap battles are cool. He fucking kills Falcon. He just completely owns him.
But that is. Oh, fucking
Yeah.
Anthony Mackie is.
Yeah.
Clarence,
It's
Completely
Clarence.
owns him.
What was his actual rapper name? Papa Doc.
Papa Doc.
Papa Doc.
Yeah, they could have came up with better names though. I gotta be honest.
That's a cool name.
Papa Doc. What was the other one?
Lotto.
Future.
Lotto.
There was Lickety Split and Lotto.
Yeah,
Lickety Split,
Lickety
yeah.
I think
Split.
Lickety Split was the best one. No,
Yeah, that's like a solid like 1995 rap name.
that would be hard. I'd listen to him
I don't
right
think
now.
no, even in 1995, I don't think anyone was calling themselves.
There was like
Lickety
maybe
Split.
80s.
I feel
That
like
was like the
that's
80s.
like Easy E adjacent. Like Easy E's pretty corny.
Easy. That's not corny in comparison to Lickety Split.
Lickety
Are you
Split?
serious?
Oh my god!
I
you're a
think
hater,
that-
Chris.
oh,
That's
God,
the
I
most original
think-
name ever came up with.
I think
What
there
would
is
your
an
rap
actual
name be,
rapper
Chris?
that has a name close to that. I don't remember.
You want to go next, Cole?
Anyway,
Yeah.
Cool, I'll go
Mine's gonna
last.
be pretty brief. I kind of just thought this was like, okay, I have seen this movie before. I guess I should say that. I saw it in high school. I remembered liking it, but having rewatched it, I kind of just felt like this was really mid.
Wow.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
Ooh.
I'm gonna get a
Um,
gavel out.
Wow, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
no, that's fine.
it has a lot of like there's like a novelty of having like Eminem and like there's a bunch of random rappers that make cameos. Like Busta Rhymes is I recognize him at one point.
Quick little editor's note. Busta Rhymes was not in 8 Mile. I think Cole is confusing the character of Lotto, who sounds a lot like Busta Rhymes, with Busta Rhymes. Kind of irrelevant fact check, but there you go.
And I think,
Exhibit.
yeah, exhibit, yeah. And like the music was really cool all throughout, but I don't know. I'd have to disagree. I think Eminem, like, he pretty much just had a like stoic facial expression the entire time, and just like no matter what was happening, he was just like, I don't know. It just. I didn't think he did that good of a job. I guess I would have to say.
We'll get into it after.
But that's how I imagine
Yeah.
Eminem being emotional because he's like
True. Yeah.
I do think
but,
I think it was a choice to look like that.
Yeah, and I don't know. A lot of characters were doing things that I felt like didn't make sense. Like I didn't really know what their motivations were. Like that blonde girl that like fucks his
Yeah, I
friend,
agree, 100%.
and then comes back and is like, "Hey, I want to see you at this thing." Like, why are you? I don't get it.
exactly. Yeah. I agree.
So
We're just
yeah,
fucking-
but it wasn't bad. Like, five's like an average. It was an average movie.
yeah, I think that's one thing. I feel like we addressed that in like the first couple videos. Like 5 out of 10 is like I like enjoyed this movie. Like it's average.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth watching for sure. But
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's
just
like
once.
halfway. But yeah, I mean, I used to love this movie when I was a kid. I would be so into it for like no reason. I just thought it was like the coolest thing in the world. But I still thought it was super fun going back and watching it, and I feel like that's
Yeah.
what the movie is like a lot, mostly kind of trying to be. Like I think it's all the people are having like a good time in the movie, and I think that's what makes it so enjoyable to watch. Regardless, even that when it gets serious, like I said, I don't think he did like amazing in the movie, but I think for his first main role, I think it was pretty solid because I don't think he ever acted before this.
Well, I'll get this out of the way real quick. This is not Eminem's first movie.
What was his first?
Eminem's first movie was
I
in
didn't
the
know
year
this.
in the year 2000. So you guys know like the Blair Witch Project, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like so Eminem and like several other rappers at the time, I think like Vanilla Ice as well, they made a parody of the Blair Witch Project called
What?
called Da Hip Hop Witch.
What?
sick.
That's next week's
not
podcast.
real. Yeah.
And, like, there's
a
a very famous scene you can look it
great.
up where Eminem like is like telling all of these fellow rappers like how he got kidnapped by the witch, and like
He starts rapping.
no, he's like he's recounting what happened to him, and like because I think Eminem is like pretty good in this movie acting wise, but like in this scene he is clearly just like so fucking like high on like something.
on so many drugs.
Yeah, and like, his acting is so terrible. But like, there's specifically a part where he's just screaming into the camera, like, "Don't fuck with the fucking witch, man! Don't fuck with the witch!" And his eyes are
I've
just like
never seen
glazed
that.
over.
I-
You're not hearing me, man. You're not fucking hearing me. Don't fuck with the fucking witch, man. Don't fuck with the fucking witch. God damn you. Are you listening to me, man? Don't fuck with the fucking witch. Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, but yeah, and back to
Yeah, sorry to
cut this
interrupt.
over
You.
with, is and I do like someone said, I forget who, that it's like a really good portrayal of like I mean, I don't want to say really good. I don't live there, but it looks like a really honest portrayal of the ghettos in Detroit. You know, like showing how bad it is. But like the people there are just living their life. It doesn't seem like they make them seem like bad guys in this movie. But yeah, I'd say 7 out of 10. I still love it. This movie's so fun for me. I really.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's like a great movie by any means, but I think it's definitely enjoyable. But the first thing I want to say that fucked me up watching it again, because I didn't, as a kid, I always just remember it ending and he like, I figured he just became Eminem after this. And I watched the end of this, and he's just like, I guess I'll go back to work now, and that's all he does.
What is
Yeah,
the ending?
it
What is
works.
the ending of this
It's a
story?
great ending. Oh my
No,
god.
it's
I
not.
think
It's a great ending.
The whole
It
thing
doesn't
was
change
like-
anything.
Yeah, he just goes. He's just working.
Here's my thoughts. If you go into this movie and you don't know anything about it, and you think this is like a biography of Eminem, like this is how Eminem like
blew up.
this is a true story of what happened in Eminem's life, then this is a great movie. But that's not what it is. Like they literally just made up this story.
Well,
about-
it is
It's
kind of
it's
based off his
semi-autobiographical.
life. Yeah,
The
it's
Yeah.
semi.
description was semi-autobiographical, is what
It
it
is.
was
It's like an
called.
exaggeration. I think like he did used to like do this stuff, but I don't
But
think
I
obviously.
don't
That's
know
where he
how
got
much of it is true and how
That's
much
where
of
he
it
got his
isn't.
come up,
That's the
was in
problem.
battle rapping.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did it in
Right,
battle
but I don't
rapping.
know
It
anything
is-
about the girl or anything about like the mom and like his sister. That
Oh, you don't
does he
know.
actually
The
have a
sister's
sister?
not real. The sister's not real. He had a
Yeah,
brother.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's my
He had
point.
a, he had a baby brother. I don't know about baby brother, but he had a little brother that was
and
little
mommy
sister's probably
issues.
supposed to be in place
Yeah.
of his
daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing with the ending that I thought was really funny is like the entire movie, the mom's like trying to find every like excuse to avoid getting a job and like to just like mooch off that guy's check that was going to come in or whatever. And
And
the guy moves out, and instead of getting a job, she plays bingo and wins.
won.
And she just
She
acts
won,
like
yeah.
all their problems are done because she won bingo one time. Like she just set.
But that's why I was uncertain whether you are supposed to assume after this that the character of Jimmy ends up living the life Eminem did, or does he just go back to work and that's the end? Like he just
I
The
think
whole
that's
point-
Well, I would assume
That
that,
was
if,
the
if they
highlight.
said this is based
would
off of a
assume-
true story or anything like that. But like I've seen
Well,
like
he
articles
also-
and stuff where like this specifically wasn't supposed to be a biography about Eminem.
Yeah, he
It-
also
it's-
said
And that's what like pisses me off.
he said
you
that
know?
he was like saving up money, like at the end, closer to the end, he was like, you know, working the
For
overtime
studio
shifts.
time.
He was gonna get his own studio time instead of like
Yeah.
trying to like
Yeah.
you know get
Mooch off
lucky
of
and
people.
like having it fall into his lap. That like the whole point.
I
is
think
him,
it was
like,
supposed
wanting
to be
you know do it all on his own and like make something
more
of
of, like,
himself finally.
more of
Yeah,
like
he grows as a character.
the
for
idea of
sure.
like, oh, I'm going back to work to like work on getting this done now
Yeah.
was what it was. Like he's gonna focus was what it was supposed
I
to
thought
be
it
instead
was
of
like
fucking around with his friends and shit.
yeah, there's that point I mentioned it earlier where he kind of blows up on his friends and he's like, all you guys do is talk about the same shit and like all we do is like everyone here lives with their mom. We just go home and do the same shit. I felt that like the ending was kind of because he gets offered to host the battles.
Yeah.
He turns it down. And I thought that was like the completion of his character arc where he was like, no matter what's gonna happen, like I'm gonna start taking shit seriously now. And like I'm like gonna grow up and like be my own man.
Yeah.
Like whether that's working, you know, stamping sheet metal or, you know, I'm gonna try this rap thing. But like it kind of felt like he was gonna like make it work, at least for like his family.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of what he had to do.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that was great. Like he definitely had the full like character arc, but like at the end
Yeah.
he didn't like have anything like tangible to him that was like, oh yeah, he you know his you know not girlfriend, but like this person that he clearly like was attracted to like had sex the whole movie he's getting fucked
Yeah.
over basically. Like at the
Yeah.
beginning he chokes, and at the end like nothing is better than it was before, and I don't know.
I think his mindset is.
Him as
Yeah.
a person, but his situation.
Right,
is
but we
the
don't
same.
know Rabbit.
And he's, like, respected
Well,
in the
and they
future.
didn't lose their house either. Like he didn't end
Yeah.
up. They didn't lose the RV. It was a big
Yeah,
thing.
but
For
like we
now.
don't know his
For
future.
now,
yeah, for
Cole's
now,
right, for
because
now.
they won
Yeah.
bingo one time. Like that
Well,
doesn't mean
also-
they're
Yeah,
not
but
losing
all right,
money.
look, it doesn't say what happens after. It just says,
exactly,
you know, that
it
they're out.
doesn't. We're
Yeah, you don't
supposed
need
to
to know
assume that
that.
it's Eminem because
that's
it's.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me ask this
But it's
question.
not. It's not Eminem. It's
That's the
Them
point, though.
leaving
It's
this
not
open
supposed to
like
be him.
this, is this a good thing or a bad thing for the movie? Like, does this make the movie better or worse, or
What?
is it like indifferent? Like
What
them not
specifically?
saying what the future holds.
I don't think it really matters. Honestly,
I'm indifferent.
Well, that's why I
I
assume
like it. I enjoy
You're
it, but I'm
supposed
indifferent.
to
to it.
assume.
I like it if it's like if we're supposed to assume that it's Eminem, but if not, then like no.
I don't think you're
Well, then
supposed to
do
assume
that.
it's
That's my opinion.
Eminem. I
Yeah.
think you're supposed to assume it's like a similar story that plays out after. You know, it's not him, but it's based on him.
Yeah, I
Does that
mean, I
make
definitely
sense?
did assume that, but at the same time, I'm like, but this is Rabbit. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It's just me. It's just me. It's just me.
That's
but-
I will say we talked about this a little bit before when people mentioned it. We all watched this in like middle school. If you're in middle school, this is the coolest movie you can
This was
watch.
the
Oh, for
coolest
sure.
This is
movie
like
ever
the
made.
hardest
It's
movie
just like
you can
Fast
watch.
and the Furious, like style, like of style. Like, well, I wanted to say what like this feels like a dystopian world they live in, where all of your like this is like the gladiator fields. Like you got to get in there and rap battle, or no one respects you. You know what I mean? Like
It is
it's the
kind of
only
theatrical
way
in
anyone
that
cares.
way.
Yeah, well, that's what makes it
Because like
fun to watch.
when they're in like the parking garage, when they pull up to the shelter, and like the Papa Doc's crew, and the guy gets on top of the car like hood. And
Yeah.
he's like, "Yo, we're gonna challenge all of y'all to rap battles. If any of you think you're tough, challenge us.
challenge us.
It's very like
Take it all
theatrical
on.
and like dramatic.
Even when they're on their lunch break and that lady starts freestyling and that guy just comes in and shits on her for like
Yeah,
no reason.
Exhibit.
Oh,
Exhibit
and the
comes in
time
and just
period
fucks
it
her
was
up.
supposed to be, and I think it was also like when people were really into that. You know, like that's
Everyone
also
raps though.
you got to remember.
Yeah,
it wasn't
everybody
like,
raps in Detroit.
Yeah, I guess everyone does still rap,
Everybody
but I also
in
mean
Detroit
like,
raps.
oh, what was I gonna say? There wasn't like the internet to blow up, so this was just probably the
Yeah.
ways that people used to try to blow up. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking the whole
Get
time.
your name out there.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
only
that's
way to get your name out there.
Yeah, I didn't even think about like because now you can just pretty
Yeah.
much self promote.
Well, now they have
Somebody can look
SoundCloud
like-
and shit. Yeah, so
Yeah.
YouTube.com/film friends.
Like a music
you
producer
could
can
just go
look
on
at like
YouTube.
a million artists a day. Like then it's like you're gonna have to get handed a CD by somebody.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the only way you're gonna listen to it.
Or get like someone a rapper is gonna be at a radio show, and like he might talk to you at the studio. Like that's what you had to rely on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you might get to meet him.
He might fuck with
if
you.
he's feeling nice, yeah, and then he'll help you out. Or you might catch your friend, like one of your best friends growing up, fucking your girl.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I will say I'll agree with Cole and like I think Chris as well. Like that was kind of like awkward, like that like transition where he was really mad, rightfully so, if that guy fucking her.
Yeah.
But then like when she meets him again, he's like, it's whatever.
What was
Yeah,
the
well,
point
I
of showing
think-
any of their
Why did she
relationship?
want to meet with him?
I
Either,
think
though?
you forget that they didn't have any type of relationship. They were literally
Yeah.
just kind of fucking because they knew
here's
the
what
whole
I
time
think.
that she was leaving. That was the whole point.
I think
Then why was
that
he
the
so
second the second
Yeah, I
watch
mean,
through-
that's
You don't get
best
that
friend.
pissed if you're not interested in like that. If you're just fucking like you're not gonna get
I
that
think
pissed.
what this
Go ahead,
woman
Sam.
is doing, it's pretty clear to me on the second watch through. The first watch through, I remember like when I watched this in like middle school or high school, that was like a twist almost to me. But I think that it's pretty clear that she is there to fuck whoever is going to get her out of Detroit.
For sure.
Is that is like what she's
I
going to
get
do? So
her
when she starts-
motive, but what is the point? How does
Yeah.
that fit into the
And
story?
why do they
what is
kind
the
of
point of
frame
it?
it that she's
Because-
like a nice person, or like they kind of like frame it that she's like?
think
I
Yeah.
don't think
I
they
think it's
frame
gonna
her
be
as
a
a nice
bit-
person. I just think it doesn't really matter to the overall.
I think there's a
plot.
bit
How does
of
that build Eminem's character?
I think
He's
there's a
just
bit of
getting
honor
fucked
among
over.
thieves here. It's like I think after Eminem blows up and like has his like fit of rage to like get it out of his system, he like
What
kind
does
of
he
just
learn from
realizes
that?
like
He gets
Oh,
why she did it. Is the
it's
point.
yeah, it's just like look, I get what you're trying to do. You're just like hustling people, I guess. And he's like, fair enough. Like if that's what you got to do to get out of here, like we're all from the same place.
Well, I think
that's
the
what I
point
kind of
was
thought.
she
Right,
wasn't
and-
trying to do it to him. I don't think she was.
All of that makes
wasn't
sense
versatile.
if you're supposed to think that this was like a real thing that happened.
I don't get that argument here.
What? Yeah, I don't even know what that meant.
Because it doesn't like add into the story of Eminem's growth from being this scared
It does a little.
dude who can't rap.
Yeah, he just needs
How?
to focus on
how does,
himself.
how does his
again.
relationship with
yeah.
her
I think
happen?
I think that's when he realizes.
Does he
like,
say that?
he-
Is it
he-
ever said like he needs to
No, I
focus
think
on
he
I
just
think
kind
it's
of
more
goes.
implied.
But like he
Yeah.
realizes like nothing else matters. Like I just got to get to work.
Yeah,
just gotta
he
start,
needs
like-
to stop relying on other people to get shit done for him, or like to distract him or
Yeah,
whatever.
because it was
Yeah.
more. You're thinking of it from her, but it was from his friend. That was where the real fuck over was. Like it wasn't her because he barely knew her. He didn't really
Yeah.
give that much of a fuck about her.
There's
They
Yeah,
something
just-
Mink
gonna
is a snake.
Yeah,
wake
Wake
you
is a
on like
dick.
oh, what are those called?
I'm
Those
gonna be
big- it's like
honest,
two
guys. You
pieces of
guys are
metal
going
and
after the chick a
springs.
little hard
What's that?
here when Mink's an asshole.
Yeah, Mink
When-
does suck. We need to establish that for sure.
Mink is absolutely The Future was right
his
the
cool
whole
hat.
time.
Yeah.
Why is his name Future?
He's the future of Detroit.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get that.
yeah. Also,
Okay,
he's based
no,
off of
I
a
guess
real
what I'm
person.
really asking it. I guess what I'm really asking is why. So current Future, like the rapper we all know as Future, did he base his name off of this movie?
No,
Maybe.
the
What
real
happened here?
Future. No, the real Future was a different rapper that had. I don't remember if his name was just.
Yeah,
Future. I
obviously.
can't remember now. Yeah, but that was he died in real life. I don't remember if that
Oh,
was
really?
before this movie came out.
But-
Yeah, I don't
But
remember
my
if that was
point is-
before or after.
When Future, the mainstream rapper that we know,
Base it
did he
off
make
that?
his like? Well, why did he make?
I don't
his name?
know. I
don't
wouldn't
know.
think so. I think he just thought it was cool and was just like no one else has it right now. So
I think this Future we're talking about is like the future is female because he's like very like pro women's rights and like.
no, that's a different guy. You're thinking of a different guy.
Making
Yeah.
this
No,
up
that's
'cause
for
Future-
sure.
Oh,
Future's
you're
not-
making a
I-
joke.
horribly misogynistic.
No. Sam, he
way.
needs
That
you
was-
as his PR person.
Wait, what was his
I can
the
fix
city
him.
guy's name? The one that was always preaching about like shit.
Blah.
They would get all mad at him. What was his name?
That's the thing that charmed me the
I
most
love them
about this
all.
movie. Yeah, the interactions feel like the interactions we had in high school.
Yeah, they feel
Where
like
someone would say some shit, we'd be like, "Shut the fuck up,
Yeah,
fuck
shut
you!"
the
Like,
fuck
just,
Yeah,
all right,
they're just
Fred-
sitting there
all right,
fucking with
Frederick
each other.
Douglass, shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
And he's like, shut the fuck up. You're always
that
talking.
That line was so funny when they called him Frederick Douglass. I don't know why. That
Yeah.
literally just felt like a joke we would make at like the high school lunch table.
The girl that's talking about blowing both of them, and he's like, "Respect yourself, sister," and then the rest they're all like, "Shut the fuck up!" like,
Yeah.
like what the fuck?
I feel like
That's-
I was
MC
thinking-
Bob is the coolest character in the movie. Or at least he's my
MC
favorite
Bob.
character.
Cheddar Bob.
Yeah.
MC Bob. What?
But I got really sad. He had like a line that made me really sad after he like shot himself, and he was like hiding in his house, and he said
He was
like,
all shy
I
'cause
just
he shot
I just
himself
didn't
in
want
the
them making fun of me.
That would
Yeah,
be
I was like,
embarrassing.
oh, man.
Yeah.
I felt that.
Yeah,
way,
Yeah, you
too.
should also remember they are supposed to be 18 and like 18, 19, I think, in this, right? Like
Oh,
they're
I thought
super
they
young.
were like early 20s. I
They
thought they
seem
were
I
like
feel like
24.
yeah, they're definitely.
I
done with
think
high
they're
school.
like freshly out of high school in this. They're supposed to be because like they don't like got much going on.
I
Like,
didn't.
they're
I didn't
max
get that
20.
impression. They seemed older to me.
I'm gonna look that up. I'm actually curious now.
Yeah, I don't know why you would assume they were any older. They didn't do anything in the movie. Like,
But
that
because
was his
the only
friend's
reason to
son.
assume that the only reason to
They're at
assume they're
least
younger
21.
is if you assume that it's young.
21.
Eminem.
I mean, yeah, that's not ridiculous.
Well, we're not
Yeah,
supposed to
I
assume that,
figured that
yeah.
was like the oldest was like 21. Oh yeah, they go to a bar. So yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's,
Go to
the
a bar,
fuck-
yeah.
it's the fucking ghettos of Detroit. You could probably get into a bar if you wanted to. Like, if you knew the right people.
That's a good point too. Yeah.
If you know someone, you're getting in.
Yeah, I don't know because like I think like Eminem was like already like probably like 30 by this point, so he seemed like older to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he looked older, but he was definitely like the oldest they were was like
Well,
21.
Yeah. I guess I just assumed.
I don't
'cause I think
know.
Eminem's
It doesn't really
first
matter,
album
but
came
they
out when he was like
1999.
25 or 26, right?
Yeah.
I have
Something
that
like
right. Yeah. I just
Well, this
assumed
was
he
in
was that age.
2002, so he was probably late 20s. I can't remember
First
how old he is
album came
now.
out
He's 50.
1999.
50?
Big
Yeah.
5-0.
So 73 when he was born.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he's
so-
50
Yeah, 26.
exactly. I'm not
20,
sure.
26 when his first. Yeah.
The math cast. I'm not doing it because I don't know. I don't care how old he is
Quick
in
maths.
real life.
I mean,
Point being,
minus 50.
he looks old as fuck, and so like I assume that they were like 24 while watching this movie. You know.
Yeah, that's,
no,
that's
I-
what was my assumption too.
I assume they were younger because I mean I figured that's what it was supposed to be, like younger people like being like talking
What?
shit about changing stuff and
No,
then
They
not-
were.
No, 'cause
I
I
feel like
saw
they were
it
all
for
kind of
it.
just like burnouts.
Yeah.
So it didn't really matter how
Yeah,
old they
exactly.
were. Like,
Yeah.
Like they're older, but like still they haven't really gone anywhere.
I don't know. They
Dude, I
never
thought-
mentioned it. I don't think.
The funniest line was when they kind of future. Somebody gets like, I think it's after Rabbit wins the first rap battle, and he's like, "Tell your mom to save me a plate. I'm gonna be over for dinner."
Yeah.
It's like this guy's like hosting all these like people, and he's like still like asking
Talking
to
shit
go to
to them
someone's
all.
mom's house. Yeah, like it's
Oh yeah, like the after party with that one dude. He's like, the after party's at my mom's house.
Yeah, they go to his mom's house.
She's working late tonight.
she's working nights.
They one of my favorite parts is when they burn down the house. They're just they get super drunk and they decide to burn down a house where a person got
that is-
assaulted.
They almost kill Eminem though.
Yeah,
They just, like,
Cheddar
leave him
Bob,
upstairs.
Dude, Cheddar Bob keeps fucking shit up.
Hit a Bob. That's so funny. That's the exact same character that actor plays in Jarhead. Like you just drag and drop. Like, just give that guy an M16 in like Iraq.
just
it's
really
literally
good
the
at
exact
it.
same.
Yeah. He found his niche, dude.
I wish I could remember all their names from this movie, but
Oh, I don't remember. The big fat guy was funny too. I like.
they were all. That's what I said. They were all
Incredibly
fun.
horny. Just the entire time.
Because
They
he
were
had
all
to
trying to
like
get
drag his
laid.
They
brother
all
around.
were. They all
His
were.
brother was like, "Listen, sister, you gotta like think about the consequences of what you're doing to yourself right now. It's like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up, man."
Fuck up. I'm sorry, my brother.
Yeah. What does he say? I think he said he's like allergic to pussy or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. He's allergic to pussy.
Dude, his mom was horny too.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah,
for
that-
was
that-
like-
that
not a
was
single
really
character
funny.
was.
Eminem.
They were all.
Worst
Why were they all
mom
trying to
ever.
fuck Eminem's mom? Why? Like, what was so like? She was in the trailer park. What
But
was
she
so hot
was she
about
was
it?
attractive.
He was attractive. What was General Zod's name? The guy who plays General
I don't
Zod
remember,
plays
but
Greg-
it's super
Greg,
funny that
yeah,
they're the same
Greg
age.
Buell.
Greg, yeah.
Yeah, maybe they were
Yeah.
older because I think he does mention something about him when they graduated high school, but he was older than him.
Yeah, I think Greg was older than Eminem. At least
Yeah,
that
he was like a
implied.
senior, I guess, when they were like a freshman,
Yeah.
and then he was fucking
Which-
his mom.
He
But
was a
she's
dick,
like-
though.
Greg won't go down on him. He goes, "Mom, mom!" Slams the door.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't this movie feel like a bunch of like random scenes like compiled together? Like, there's
No,
no like
I like
story from the start. Yeah, I like it too, but like, you can't convince me that it's not a
You know,
bunch of.
This movie
It's not a
sometimes-
bunch
yeah,
of good scenes. like,
at some
together.
points it does, because sometimes like the transitions are like kind of awkward in that way.
Yeah, like one scene the guy's like shooting his dick, the next second they're burning down a house, the next second like the mom's fucking some random dude. Like
Yeah,
I just
Well, I
don't
mean, I
know
think
how
that
it
is
all,
kind
like,
of supposed to
fits
be
in.
what life is like, or you're supposed to show how they.
Yeah,
just kinda
and
had
if
no
it's a
direction.
biography about Eminem's young life, then I would
Yeah,
enjoy
I
that.
think it was meant to be that they don't have direction though. Like not even like talking about his real life. Like
Maybe,
they're supposed to be
yeah.
young and not have direction at those points because like nothing really. It's not nothing, but like they're just kind of doing whatever the whole time. Like they're like, let's
Yeah.
go to a bar, let's go to this after party, let's burn down this house, let's fucking shoot at a cop's car. You know, like
and,
just having
and
fun,
I
and that's
enjoyed
actually
the
pretty-
scenes.
That's
is the
true.
thing,
Because, like I talk about that all the time, bro. Like in the ghetto, like that's just what happens. Like you're just bored. There's nothing
Stick
else
around,
to fucking
yeah.
do. But get
yeah,
in
yeah,
stupid
and I
shit.
get that.
So you get
I like the
drunk,
scenes. I liked all of it. Yeah, but it's just like as a movie, like if this is supposed to be like a character that Eminem's putting on, like I don't get it. But
Yep.
in the end, like I really did like enjoy the movie. It's just
Mm.
like
It's a fun
Right.
movie to watch. I don't think
I do-
anybody can
yeah,
watch.
and like
this
I
movie
said,
and
it
not
also
enjoy
like
it.
has a
background
weird.
movie.
It has like a weird like feeling to it because it feels otherworldly. Because like I said, it feels like a dystopian future where like everything. Because all you ever see is Detroit. You don't see anywhere else. So you just see run down Detroit, and all these
With
rap
the-
battles are going on everywhere you go. So it just feels like a new world in this movie. But it's like everywhere you go, that's what happens. Like every street corner, you have to
I do
worry.
wish
It's like
that was
Pokemon.
happening. Like, I do wish that was happening like everywhere. Just like you would walk outside
Yeah.
and see people rap battling.
No, it's like Pokemon. If you
Yeah,
walk
it's like an
into his
open
line
world.
of sight, if you walk into his line of sight, you have to rap battle. It's
Yeah.
like-
The points of interest around the map are just
Yeah.
people rapping.
yeah.
That is what it
if you
feels
walk
like.
through tall grass, a rapper will appear. and you have to battle.
Dude, yeah, that's fuck. I forgot what I was gonna say. It'll come back to me.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a lot of interesting stuff in this movie to think about. From like I said, the guy, I forget what the actual rapper's name that his future is like supposed to be, but it's supposed to be a real person that actually Eminem came up with. But I know he died
It's
with
proof.
them like,
Like-
It's proof.
Wasn't
right?
like someone in
Proof.
D12?
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, Proof. That's who
Oh.
it was. Yeah, maybe it wasn't Future, but it was a real rapper, and his name was Proof. And yeah, he died. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that was the one that died, and it was like really sad because they were like beefing or something when he died. So it does kind of add a little bit to the movie. I don't remember if he died before the movie came out or not, though. That's the thing. I don't know
I
when
think
that
it,
went
it might
went
have been
down.
after.
Yeah, I think it was after.
Do you think anybody beat Eminem in the rap battle and
You
they gave
know,
it to him?
The first round,
undeservingly?
the first round at the end. I think the other guy.
Oh.
I think
Lickety split.
I think
Lickety
Lickety split beat
Lickety
him. Yeah,
Split
I think so.
sucked.
Even when he hit
Lickety
him with that
Split
crazy
sucked.
lickety split, like even when he hit him with that, I feel like that was the nail in the coffin.
I don't know. I thought he was.
I think
better.
Lotto did.
It really
way
hyped
better.
up the
I think
Leave It to
Lotto
Beaver
put up the
line.
best.
The what, Leave It to Beaver
line.
line was a good one.
No,
I like that one.
but Eminem's response to it was better. You know what I mean?
Oh
I
yeah,
thought
but that's
Lotto
why he
put up
said
the
it
best.
almost killed me. He had to come up with
No,
something
the
back.
the
to it.
last
Yeah,
two,
fair, yeah, fair.
the last two Eminem like absolutely won. Well, obviously, like the last one, Papa Doc was too
Yeah.
cold, too scared.
Yeah, well, he didn't say anything back, so you don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he could have beat him. Maybe he was better.
But
We never heard him rap.
Lotto definitely got beat for sure. But I don't know.
Lotto's was good though. Lotto's, I like
His
Lotto's.
was good.
I didn't
Yeah,
like
but
Lickety Split.
Eminem's was like just or Jimmy's
White
was.
Peter screaming, "I don't fit you."
Yeah. Look, Snoop Dogg just got a fucking boob job. That was pretty good.
No, because
Yeah.
I
There's a lot
love
of
the
funny
way that
ones.
like you can, and I noticed it this time around. You can see, I forget like because after he beats him at Lotto, they're talking about like how the one guy is like, yeah, he fucked your girl. You know, that's what they're gonna talk about, and you can see it. You can like read it on
Oh, yeah.
Eminem's
Cheddar
face.
Bob.
You can read it on his face where he's like thinking about like, oh, I can like turn that against them and like call myself out and like not give them anything to rap about.
Yeah.
I thought that
Do
was
you
Yeah.
notice, like, right before he actually starts on the last one, like, he's sitting there, like, trying to think about what to say, and that's when I think he comes up with the Clarence thing, because remember, he caught that earlier in the movie when they were at the house party.
Yeah.
The one girl, I guess, was friends with him
Yeah.
growing up, or, like, his cousin or something, and she mentions it, and he remembers it, like, right then.
One
that's when he
girl's
starts rapping.
sister went to school with him at Cranbrook.
Yeah.
Cranbrook, that's what it was.
She was like,
That's a
she's like,
private
Papa
school.
Dog? He's like, you mean Clarence?
Everybody from the
she like
Clarence. Clarence.
dissed him.
Yeah, she goes, Clarence.
Yeah.
I think that's the funniest thing is because you think they're like these gangsters the whole time, and then it turns out that they're just nobody. They went to
I don't
Catholic.
think, did Papa Doc ever even like deliver?
He pulled a gun.
No, did he ever even
Yeah.
deliver a bar like before?
No,
that?
he doesn't rap in the whole movie.
I
He
was
just
gonna say,
walked
he
out
didn't
like,
rap
wait,
at all.
who's-
"Oh, yeah."
Who's
He
the-
also talks funny. Like he talks like the villain from what is it? Mortal Kombat. like he just stands there. He's like, "Do you challenge me?" Like, he's
like the final boss.
Yeah.
He's in the
He's a
background
bitch,
standing
though.
like this. Like
He is
that's
a
all
bitch.
he's doing.
Who at the very opening of the movie? Who beats Eminem when Eminem
Oh.
chokes? Just Papa
It's
Doc?
some
I thought
random
that was
guy. I
Papa Doc.
forget.
I think
No,
it's-
it's some random guy.
Was he part of?
I thought it was a
crew,
dude
though?
defending his title or whatever.
He wasn't in the free
thought it-
world.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it was just some random dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck the free world.
Yeah, fuck the free world.
Fuck the free world.
Fuck the free world.
Yeah, dude, that's
I-
The rap battles at the end are so goddamn.
So
like
Yeah,
I'll
it's-
rewatch just that.
It
on, like,
gets you
YouTube,
hyped
like,
up.
once a year. Yeah,
Yeah, it's everything was building up until that point, which is like
yeah.
I had forgotten that like pretty much all the rap battles are at the end. Like I
Yeah.
thought they were more spread
Yeah.
out, but I think it's kind of like I kind of like how much it builds up to that point. And, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah,
want
go-
it. You're
going
waiting
back-
for it.
Going back to Eminem when he kind of destroys Anthony Mackie, right? That's his name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the actor.
Papa Doc. I think like
Clarence.
I didn't really put this together until we were talking about it, but I think that his like line when he talks about all of his faults, that's like the life that Papa Doc is like portraying,
Pretending that he
would
lives,
Oh
be.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and he like kind of is like double exposed. Not only exposed for not living in 313, not doing that, but
Yeah.
also like all the faults he has. Like that's what
He's-
he
he's not-
wishes.
Clarence's
Yeah.
parents had a real nice marriage.
Well, that's the thing.
That's my favorite one.
That's the thing. Is
It's just like
pretending
this.
like you've been through that shit. That does make you more of a bitch. To like
Yeah.
act like you've been through shit. Just like to
Yeah.
act like you are relating to people that deal with that shit. Like that you don't. Like
Yeah.
then he's trying to act hard.
He's constantly.
Even though he
the
did pull a
aggressor
gun
in
at
the
that one
movie.
point.
Yeah, he did.
He
pull
pulls
the
the
gun.
To
gun
be
throughout
fair,
the movie.
Eminem does trip the one guy and it starts a fight.
He
Eminem's
also
a
he
dick.
initiates the fight when they're talking to the one guy. Like they're driving and he sees him. He just doesn't even say anything.
Yeah, they're just jumping him.
They just pull up and start fighting.
Yeah, they're beefing. That's what he
Other
pulls the
than
gun,
that,
ain't it?
and like how he dealt with Future, when was like Rabbit, not Eminem, Rabbit? When was he like?
That is Eminem.
Yeah,
when he was
yeah,
a dick when he pulled the guy off the car. When he he was a couple.
he's got
times he
anger
was a
issues,
dickish.
like,
Yeah, he's clearly
Yeah.
got issues.
Oh,
I
for
think
sure
that's
he's got
intentional.
anger
I think it's intentional that he doesn't like let shit out in the movie. Like
Yeah.
he's constantly just like flipping out and not like dealing with shit. Instead he's just flipping out and like attacking people and not like figuring shit out or taking his own responsibility
Well,
for it.
He has more bad things happening to him than like him doing bad things. Like I feel like it's
Yeah.
pretty warranted.
Yeah,
like, his life
the whole
is pretty
movie.
fucked.
Whoa! Listen,
Like, it felt like
one
every
thing
time
does
he
not-
lashed out,
one
it
thing
was
does not
justified.
matter with the other. Like he's attacked the dude. Like that's
Yeah,
still
when he jumped him,
Yeah, they tried to jump them, and they didn't jump them yet. They didn't attack them. They
they
beat
were
him in a
just-
rap
they were
battle.
just chilling.
They just beat him in a rap battle. Like, not that real. I mean, it was that real back then, but
Yeah.
yeah. And he's constantly like being a dick to his friends, like all angry and shit. Like, but he blames them,
Well,
but it's
at
his
some points.
responsibility.
At some points, it makes sense, like thematically, why he's being a dick. Like Sam said, like all you guys ever just talk about, but don't do anything. You know.
Yeah, but that he isn't either. I think that's supposed to be the point by the end, especially is like he's talking shit on them, but he's really talking about himself.
Yeah, and
You know what I mean?
that's why he's making the effort to like
Yeah,
be his own person and like actually do something.
he's not doing whatever they say.
And and it's also like him trying to be more temperate too, like especially like in the rap battle, he's way more like calm and like reserved and like letting out all the aggression like in the actual rapping instead of like physically.
Also, the music in this movie is really good.
Oh,
like
yeah.
besides the
I forgot how good those like old Mob Deep and like
the infamous.
like
there's a
yeah.
ton of good
It bookends
songs in
the
it.
movie. I didn't realize that. Like that's what
Yeah,
he
I was about to
listening
make a
at the
bold
start.
statement.
Oh,
Lose Yourself is a better song than 8 Mile is a movie.
100%.
Agree or
Yes.
disagree?
I mean, I don't.
well,
Yeah, I don't
mean,
see why
lose
that
yourself-
matters.
hard.
I don't see why that matters. Like, is
Yeah,
that a
it's
negative
like-
on Lose Yourself?
Certified hard.
Chris, do you mean like in like like what it's like the picture that it's painting as a song, like the story that's being portrayed in the song is like more effective than like the movie?
Also, yes.
I think you just made Chris's point way more deep, and he's gonna
Yeah.
own it. Like that's what he thought.
No,
But-
my
Thinking how to
unplugged.
reply to
Let me
that.
be. Let me.
He was thinking how to reply to that. He's like, "Whoa, he just said
Let
some
me
smart
be.
shit."
And no,
Yes.
and my thought was they made the song before the movie, and the song was just so good they
Oh,
needed
did
a
they?
story to tell around.
He won an Oscar.
No,
for
no,
that.
no, no,
You
no.
know that?
This was for.
I'm just saying
this
the
was
song.
for
It
the
feels like.
soundtrack. The song.
He
Yeah,
didn't even
yeah,
get
no,
the
100%. I'm agreeing, but like, it feels like Eminem is just so good at like making a song like "Lose Yourself" in comparison to making a movie like "Hey Man." I don't know.
I don't think he made the movie though, so I don't even know how much control
no.
he had over it.
yeah, I
Mm,
meant to watch a video about that. and then
Yeah,
I
I'm
forgot.
inclined to believe he had a lot of control about the this character that's being portrayed as Eminem's life, but I don't know.
We know Eminem. Also, I feel like in this movie he had a way better relationship with his mom than Eminem did in real life at the
Oh,
time. 'Cause
yeah.
Eminem did not fuck with his mom at
Yeah.
all.
Oh,
Didn't his
yeah.
mom like sue him for something?
Yeah, because of songs
like-
he made where he was like "fuck you, bitch" and
Yeah.
stuff like that. He was like, "You're a terrible mother." I mean, she is a terrible mother. Like she's blatantly the worst mom in the world.
Isn't he have a song that says "Bitch, I'ma kill you" and it's about his mom?
Yeah,
It's
he's
Kill You.
about killing her.
It's called
yeah.
Kill
Kill
You.
you, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
He
pretty
forgave
sure
her,
good
though.
song.
They made it up.
with the
Yeah,
lawsuit.
well, yeah, but they didn't make
Eminem
up by the
won the
time this
lawsuit,
movie
didn't
came
he?
out. Yeah, but eventually they did make up. That was kind of what that Marshall Mathers 2 was all about.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
another
no.
th- This movie got me listening to some like old, like I listened to the Eminem show like twice, like in the past week. 'Cause that's a really good album. Like I forgot how good Eminem like the early days kind of was. Did you listen
Yeah,
to the
this was-
like?
This came
recent
out peak
albums?
Eminem.
Yeah.
this was peak.
Yeah.
This was peak.
I guess an elephant.
He was
in
like the
room.
biggest celebrity.
An elephant in the room, I guess. A staple of Eminem's early career is the usage of the F slur, and you see it in this
I was
movie as well.
going to say that too.
That's I don't know that you could say that specifically about Eminem. I feel like that
I
was
know,
pretty
yeah,
prevalent.
it
There
is,
was a
yeah.
lot of
Kind of a
homophobia
cultural
in
thing of the
90s.
time.
50 Cent, like
I
Dr.
feel like
Dre,
he
they
was
were saying it
definitely.
too.
He definitely
Yeah.
got the most of it though. Like people gave him the most shit for it because maybe he probably did say it the most. To be honest, he has a
But
lot of
that's-
slurs and shit in his songs.
That's what the song "White America" is about. That where I think he kind of looks like I'm just doing hip hop, and now because your white kids are listening to it in the suburbs, you have a
Yeah,
problem
they don't
with
like it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
It
Probably
did
what-
feel really like weird seeing them say that so many times in this movie, like watching it now. Like it did feel really like out of place, I guess. Or just surprising to hear.
yeah.
To
Well,
me.
I'm
It's-
wondering.
It's a little outdated now. You wouldn't hear it as much.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I
like
mean,
honestly, get it. Like people from the ghetto still say that shit. No matter. They don't.
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
wondering
no,
if it's
I'm
almost
sure.
accurate
And
to it.
I'm pretty sure, like, I think I've heard Eminem had, like, back in the day, he had, like, a real roundabout reasoning of explaining that, like, it wasn't that he was actually homophobic, because I don't think he actually is. Like, he had, like, very famously, like, he collaborated with Elton John at, like, some, like, concert, and they were, I
Yeah.
think they're still friends. I think he was, like, just using it as
did-
some kind of, like, just general derogatory term, but
As like rebellion, like it's like the word to say, like when you want to.
I mean, but that's what a lot of people did back then. You know, that was the argument. Is like, yeah, it's just a word. Let's all just say it. And then, and now everyone's like, well, that didn't work out as well as we thought it was.
Like Eminem's character didn't say it in the movie, though, right?
Did he? I don't know. He probably did.
Oh, did he?
He might have said it once.
Pretty much
I don't think
everybody
Eminem
did.
was like, I'm not saying it in this movie.
He told
saying it all my
he told Exhibit that he had AIDS.
Yeah.
He's like, you're the one with HIV.
Oh yeah. Well, that was a flip around because he was making
He
fun of the
said
guy
something
being
about the
gay.
gay guy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, he said it about. I don't remember what his name was, but he was
That
a cool
whoever
guy.
that guy
He was
in the
the one that.
parking lot got absolutely cooked.
Dude, I don't even know if he
completely just
worked
burnt
there.
alive.
Like, was he just eating there at the food
No,
truck?
they were on break.
Yeah, they were on
They had,
break.
like a
But
lunch
did
truck.
he work there? Like, I don't.
Yeah, they
I would
worked there
assume.
because he called he said a couple lines like you've been working here
Longer
than me and I get paid
make
more than you. Like your boots are starting to grow roots. He fucking cooked that guy.
He did cook him.
You're a plant.
Absolutely.
That was probably the best rap battle of the entire
Thank you,
movie.
Nate. Thank
Like
you.
that was the best one.
That's my favorite part when he goes, "You're a plant."
You work at this plant
Yeah,
so
that was
long.
great.
You're a
It was
plant.
great.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Ooh, I had a question. This is kind of gonna gauge everybody's music taste on like where you are. You can only listen to one of these people for the rest of your life.
What a weird.
Okay,
Okay.
Eminem or Playboy Cardi. You have to pick one.
The rest of my life.
I don't-
I mean,
Yeah.
I'd probably
have to
pick
listen to
Eminem.
One of them?
I-
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Eminem.
Eminem's
They-
got some real stinkers, but I'll
Kind of
probably
listen to
pick
their new
Eminem.
music.
Just don't listen to
Like,
the
shit they haven't
stinkers.
made yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
and-
listen to future things that are gonna come out.
Yeah,
I feel like
a lot of
Eminem has
Eminem.
more upside. Like if I was buying
Yeah.
the stock, I would buy Eminem stock.
Do you think
over
Eminem can make a comeback? I think he could.
more than Playboy Cardi?
Like,
Playboy Cardi's
no way.
Playboy Cardi's
No
done.
way.
Playboy Cardi's
Music
No
to Be Murdered By
way.
was like half a good album. I thought half of those tracks were good. Like
Wait,
it was
on
very much his most recent album.
Eminem's?
Yeah, one with
No,
the Juice WRLD song.
no.
on
I
it.
haven't listened to
I thought it
anything
was
like
like-
Eminem has made in the past 10
I'm gonna be honest. What was Eminem's most recent album?
It came out
Kamikaze?
in
Music
Yeah,
to be,
Kamikaze,
music
yeah,
to
I
be
knew that.
murdered by.
He made something since
Fuck is
Kamikaze.
that? Yeah, you made that up, John. I'm lying.
You guys are
Yeah.
lying.
No,
That was a
I
double
lying on
album
the
too.
podcast too.
because he didn't he didn't like announce it at all. There was like no press for it. He just like released
It
it.
came out
They
like
had, like,
early
the
2020s.
36 track album in
You're probably looking at the deluxe.
Yeah,
that's-
like there's no way that it's 30.
No,
Oh,
Eminem-
you gotta
Eminem
look at the
really
deluxe
doesn't-
version.
Eminem
Yeah, that
really
is
doesn't
the
have a
deluxe.
life, so like all he does is just make songs now. Like you don't got nothing better to do.
As you do as you're a
Listen,
rapper.
everybody
I don't know.
everybody
He's
needs to
songs.
leave this
Yeah,
and
he's
listen
not
to
a-
Die Lit.
I wouldn't even call him a rapper anymore because he doesn't have to. He
I
just
like
does it
Die
for
Lit,
fun
but I
now.
feel like there's more
does it for
over,
fun.
like percentage wise, there's more like songs that I enjoy.
as a
from
career. I'm not saying it's not even his
Alright.
career anymore. He doesn't need to. He just does it for fun.
I mean, Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers LP 1 and 2, Eminem Show. Like those are really.
I'm
good
choosing
albums.
Eminem, but
Yeah, so
only because I don't
Out of
think Playboy
protest.
Cardi has any like future. Yeah, out of
Well,
protest.
those are the only
how many
two
Call of
options. The
Duty
way you're
trailers?
saying it is.
how
So,
many many Call of Duty trailers?
Where would Call of Duty
Yeah,
be
Playboy
if it
Cardi,
wasn't
yeah.
for Eminem?
This Playboy Farty have how many? How many?
Whoa.
Listen. How many Playboy Cardi clones are out there? Okay, he's the most influential person.
Well, Cole, how many Eminem clones are
Good
there?
question.
There's a-
People just say that because people are white. Eminem just rapped like everybody else.
If there's any white rapper was just copying Eminem, that's a
Yeah,
fact.
yeah.
If you were white and rapping, you were just trying to be
Yeah.
Eminem.
Logic.
But is well, hey, whoa.
I mean, as in,
wait
like-
a minute. Wait a minute.
As in like the lyrical miracle, type of rapper.
Yeah.
John, whenever Sam says Logic, you have to put in the clip of Logic saying that's some white people shit.
That's all white. I know exactly what you're talking about. He does like
No.
some dude does like a backflip.
That's some white people shit right there. That's some white people shit.
It's like that's white people shit.
No, I'll put in. I'll risk the copyright. I'll just put that lyric where he's like, "We ain't playing games unless we talking Fortnite."
Goat.
Logic's underground stuff was good. Like the Young
Yeah.
Sinatra stuff was pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that.
I did want to say really quick that like kind of the hero of the entire movie his name was Paul, but he's the guy that covers for Eminem his shift when he leaves,
Yeah.
so he can go to the
Yeah.
rap.
Yeah,
battle.
that was the gay one. I was
Yeah.
trying to remember his
He
name.
never,
That is
he
a
never
beat.
got like Eminem said like I got you or whatever he said like I'll pay you back. And he never got that.
He was just like,
never,
"You're the
It
man."
happens after the movie.
After the movie.
Yeah,
overtime.
after the
He would
movie.
deal with that later.
Yeah, that's what we assume. There's actually another movie, the sequel, which is just all Paul and him having beef over the fact he never paid him back. Paul
Yeah, but
sued him to get the money for becoming Eminem.
Oh, we were mentioning it earlier, John. Eminem and Elton John. I think they did an MTV like music awards performance of Stan. I think that's the
Oh.
performance you would think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did they? I didn't know that.
I don't.
Oh,
I
you're
don't
right.
think
Yeah.
I might be remembering this wrong, but didn't they like? I think they like didn't tell anybody they were going to be performing together, and they like did it together. Because that was when Eminem was really getting in trouble for saying homophobic
Saying
shit.
a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, even in his
That's really
later
good
music,
performance.
he mentioned the fact that like he feels bad about some of the shit he said. Though, to be fair to it,
Yeah,
like that's like a lot of some of his songs are about. Like, is like, damn, I said some fucked up shit. Like,
you guys have all seen The Interview, right?
No,
Which
actually.
one?
Yeah,
But
the
I know
interview,
the
Kim
scene
Jong-un
I know
movie.
the scene you're talking about though.
Yeah, they're like interviewing Eminem, and they ask him about it, and he's like, "Oh, what about all the like homophobic stuff you said?" And he goes, "Well, actually, that's interesting because I am gay, and I just use that as an outlet." He just like continues on.
Oh,
that's
I'm
what-
gay.
Whoa,
Yeah.
wait a minute. It's like, wait a minute, you're gay? He's like, yeah, I thought it was pretty obvious.
Yeah, that's The Interview, the movie. Yeah, I thought you were talking
Yeah.
about like an interview in real life.
Oh,
I was
no,
like
yeah.
waiting, like,
The Eminem interview.
yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm gay. You guys didn't know that? And they're like, turn it up. Eminem just said he's gay.
Yeah, that's there's an actual interview of Snoop Dogg that's pretty funny where he's on some like radio show. I think it's like a Sirius XM show, and some girl is like the co-host, and she's asking him like, "Do you regret any of the like misogynistic stuff you said back in the day?" And he goes, "Hell no, fuck them hoes." And then they're like, "Whoa, wait a minute." He's like, "No, man, I meant every word."
no.
It was so funny.
Do you look back at some of your old lyrics, given the climate of what's happening today with women's empowerment, and be like, damn, that was kind of fucked up that I said
Nope.
that?
Nope, hell no. That was me. I love every motherfucking man. Fuck them hoes.
Man,
Straight
stop,
up.
man.
Fuck a
Snoop,
bitch.
don't say that.
No, I'm
man.
just saying that's me back then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's I actually saw a clip recently of like when he won. I don't know if it was the Oscar, like an Emmy or something. He won something, but it was like this is how early, like what the early 2000s was like. The guys from Jackass, like Johnny Knoxville, Bam Margera, and Steve-O, were the ones that like opened the reward, and they stapled it to Steve-O and opened it up, and Eminem won. Like that's like the most 2000s thing you ever heard.
Dude,
That's how fun the
2004.
2000s were. It was
Yeah,
a
dude,
wild
take me
west.
back.
The Wild
Yeah.
West.
It was like the internet Wild
kind of
West.
exists. Yeah, the internet kind of existed. So
Yeah. If you knew HTML, you could just be a millionaire. It's just like at a time.
Yeah, another thing about the movie, I don't know if it was just me, but it felt like that Eminem sex scene like lasted for a really long time.
Way too
Yeah,
long. Way
yeah,
too long
that-
for no reason.
As soon as like that is the biggest thing where it's like Eminem that tripping over my words here.
you think
When
they
he
exaggerated
forgives
how
her at
long
the
he
end.
lasted?
No, when he forgives her at the end, he's probably thinking to himself, he's like, I did fuck this bitch on industrial equipment at work.
I was gonna
It's
say
like,
it was already
you know-
uncomfortable to begin with.
Yeah.
They're in
Maybe
like, the
she
middle
was-
of a mill.
I think
Maybe she
we'll
wasn't
put
the
up
one.
the best point. I think
On a
it was
roller.
pretty unrealistic. Unrealistic to pretend that a man could last that long. I don't think that's
Yeah.
realistic. It was
oh,
cut it in
yeah,
half,
like,
and like it's at least
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to
double
be the
regular.
world record holder,
I
right?
mean, it takes
mean,
like
Yeah.
it takes like at least 20 minutes to like find where it's at. You know, like that takes.
Yeah.
forever.
I'm surprised he
didn't
knew where it
even-
was.
it was.
He didn't even look. So what are they talking
Yeah.
about? Like I don't know. Like
Yeah.
what is he, a wizard? When I was a kid and I remember watching, I thought she was so hot. Like I remember being
Yeah.
like in love with her.
Dude,
And
that
then
actress
we got-
died.
Oh, did
Oh,
she
shit.
really?
Yeah, she
I
died.
was gonna ask what happened to her, but
Oh,
yeah,
She
I
died
didn't
from
hear.
like pneumonia or something.
Oh, that's such a
Really?
shitty way to go.
Yeah.
You
Fuck,
should
I didn't know what
R.I.P.
happened. That's ridiculous. That's
Yeah.
so sad.
That's
When was
sad to
that?
hear. I didn't know her name, but
It was like
I was like in love with her.
it's been like a long time actually. Like I think it was in the 2000s.
But that makes sense because I never really heard about her since.
Wow.
You know,
It's
never
tough.
saw her in anything.
Yeah, that sucks. I thought she did decent.
No, again, I
Did
thought
do
all the actors
sure
was
a good
good.
job.
Except for Eminem, apparently.
Her name is
Yeah, I
Brittany
thought
Murphy.
everybody except for Eminem did a good job.
Yeah, no, I think
I
Eminem
thought he
did.
did.
A
I think
great job.
he fit this kind of role that
But
yeah, I think the role.
It's
I think
a
they
type.
did also,
I thought he
I
did
think
really
they
good.
did a good
It's a
job of
typecasted
showing like
role,
the
yeah.
fucked up home life
Yeah.
of
for sure, yeah.
Eminem.
Yes, what the movie did good, but like I don't know, like I just feel like this movie, like I feel like if like this is like a biography, if this is like Eminem's life, then like that's a really good movie. But like outside of that, I don't know.
I mean, that's how I saw
I'm gonna
it.
keep
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep bringing it
Because
up.
you're really hung up on
Yeah,
it.
I know.
No, I am because it's what holds the movie back. There's no like coherent narrative from like the start to the finish. I feel like it's just a bunch of like random scenes like
Yeah.
put together.
I think
That's my
this,
opinion.
This movie will go down as like something
Period.
fun, but like nothing, that's it. It's just like
yeah.
something fun.
Yeah, I really like this movie.
But it's also hype at the end.
This does.
Yeah,
This is a
yeah.
bit. This is evidence to a theory that I have that acting is not hard. Think that there are the top 10% of
You think
actors
you could be a good
who are
actor?
really, really good. Drop me an 8 Mile.
I think anybody could be a good actor. Being like an amazing actor, that's where like it gets
top
difficult.
the top
Anybody,
10%.
all right. Anybody can be
Yeah.
a serviceable actor
Anybody could be a
in-
good
in a-
actor.
in a
I
s-
stand by anybody
in
could
a
be a good actor.
specific kind of role. I think anybody can, but like you got to work around your limitations, and that's like what typecasting like sort of is. Like have you guys ever seen Uncut Gems before?
No,
I've never watched. I've heard
Yeah,
it's really
well,
good though.
well, the basketball player
Adam Sandler.
Kevin Garnett is in that movie, and
Kevin
like
Garnett is
yeah, yeah, and like he
Right.
plays himself. He plays Kevin Garnett, but like he's not in a ton. But like given the kind of role that he is, given, he does really well for specifically playing
Really?
like a basketball player. Yeah,
I would not have expected that. I thought you were going to go the opposite direction.
I thought you were
Like,
saying
I think
bad
it's
joke.
I
directing.
think he did.
But
It's directing
yeah,
for
it,
sure.
it, it comes to
good-
directing. Yeah,
I think a good director can make anybody act fine. Because I've seen shots where it's a good actor, but the directing is off. And you think, like, my initial reaction is, well, that actor sucked. But it's like a weird shot, and like maybe it's not mixed right. Like,
That's like how it is with like
dude,
Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves with the right director, he
Yeah.
does really well.
Yeah.
But with a bad director, he's fucking awful.
yeah, unironically,
when
I
I
don't
say,
think
like,
acting is hard.
because acting. I mean,
Wow.
acting isn't doing any. You're just doing something really at the end of the day. Like
Yeah.
you don't do anything different. Like I can't
be
think
an
how to
actor, then.
describe that. Like I mean, I'm not saying
I couldn't
you have to
play,
do it.
I think there's a lot more to it than that. But
I couldn't play Leonardo DiCaprio in any single one of his movies, but I can play Eminem in every single one of his movies.
yeah, I
that
don't.
would be the perfect Eminem.
You have to watch.
Unironically, dude, how many fucking people are just singers and then like they get put in a movie
Sam,
and everyone's like,
what-
they can act too? No, they can't, dude. It's the
I'll
it's
link
the
you. I'll
director.
link you the clip to Hip Hop Witch. I don't know if you could fit that role.
Oh, maybe yeah, maybe I couldn't play Vanilla Ice.
The
but
hip hop.
You'll have to just do a lot of drugs.
Vanilla Ice is also in another movie that he stars in. Well, I can't remember what it is, but he like takes down this mob boss
Oh shit.
and like rides like a motorcycle like through this like suburban town.
That's
Dude,
great.
I gotta look
Adam
up what
You
that's
you have to
called.
recommend
Yeah.
it. We've got a
It's,
lot of rap
uh,
movies to watch.
It's like called Vanilla Ice something.
What other great rap movies are there?
I mean, the-
What's the
Straight Outta
Disney
Compton.
Channel one?
Only
I forgot about
there's a
Straight
Disney
Outta Compton.
Channel one.
definitely this
There's a
movie is
Disney
definitely
Channel rap
worse than
movie.
Straight Outta
That's
Compton.
not bad.
Vanilla Ice,
comparison.
Cool as Ice is the title of the movie.
Oh shit.
It has
What
a
is that?
3% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 2.9
Sounds
out of
great.
10 on IMDb.
That's 3 out of 5, right? That's a pretty good movie.
I mean, it is pretty good.
Yeah.
Vanilla Ice, Cool as Ice.
What other rap movies are there for real? Though? I'm trying to think. Like, is there other rap movies that exist
Dude, I don't know.
besides Straight Outta Compton?
I
There's
don't-
that Tupac movie, but that Tupac movie wasn't very
There's
good.
there's
know
like
what
a
that is.
Wu-Tang Clan like miniseries, I think.
Really?
Oh, yeah, Straight Outta Compton. You mentioned that, Nate. That was a good movie.
Chris mentioned that. I'm not going to take credit
Oh,
off of
fuck,
Chris. Chris
sorry.
definitely was the one that remembered it.
Definitely objectively better movie than this.
I was really into Straight Outta
Um,
Compton when it came
As far
out.
as like the
know.
story that's being told. Like personally.
Just because
Like at least that like makes sense.
about-
Like,
yeah, 'cause
it's about real people. It's not like Rabbit. Bro, is Rabbit not like the most ridiculous name for like a character? in a
Bunny
movie
Rabbit.
that
It's just
you've
his
heard of?
mom's nickname.
Rabbit.
And
It's
then
so
they said that
corny. It's so
Rabbit's
corny.
fast,
It's
Mike.
cute.
It's cute.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No,
I think Jimmy.
I
I think
think a lot.
Jimmy
That's so
Smith
hard.
is corny. I think
Jimmy
B Rabbit
Smith?
is a cute nickname.
Jimmy Smith the Rabbit. Like that. Come on, that's corny.
Jimmy the Rabbit Smith. I should call him
Alright,
that.
Rabbit the
Chris,
Jimmy
what would be your
Smith.
rap name? You got something
Jakes
cooler than that?
McNasty. Jakes McNasty. 100%.
I'm waiting on Chris. He was criticizing the B Rabbit.
Oh, I thought that was like a question to everybody.
Well,
No.
if you guys
Oh,
have
wait,
something,
My
there you
mic
go.
unplugged.
Just be Chrism.
I don't know. Just put a Lil in front of like whatever.
Lil Chrism?
Whatever you want to say.
Lil Chris would actually be kind of hard.
Lil
Young
Chris.
Chris is a
Lil
rapper
Chris.
already.
Lil
so.
Chrism.
He's in the Discord right now.
That's Chris's rap channel, Lil Chrism.
Hey, what would your rap name be?
I have no clue.
Nate
We signed you
Dogg.
up to battle.
Nate
We signed you up to
Dogg's
battle,
already-
Nate. You need one. Oh yeah, it could be Nate Dogg.
I could just
John,
be
what
Nate
about
Dogg or Nate the Great, all the generic ones.
Friday the
Great.
3rd.
Could just do N Mellow also, since that's what I use. Friday the
Friday
3rd.
Yeah.
What is
I don't
that?
get- I don't get.
It's just
Is that like
cool.
a movie
It
reference?
just sounds cool.
I just chose 2 words.
John was just really thinking that whole time about 2 random words put together for a rap name. Friday the 3rd.
What about you, Cole?
I would just be J. Cole
Double
with
C.
2 E's.
J. Cole. X J. Cole X. That's who he'd be. Think that's time to wrap it up, boys?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think we're good to wrap.
I think we were just
How are
having
you spending
fun
the wheel
anyway,
for next
so
week?
we should.
All right, so everyone
It's
but
gonna
me is
be
on the
me.
wheel, right?
It's gonna be me.
Chris
Dude,
got to
I
be on the
think this
wheel.
is-
Everybody have a movie.
I was
ready.
the founder of 8 Mile. I picked this movie.
He
Everyone
found
have a
the
movie
ghettos
ready?
of Detroit.
I got a movie
Okay.
ready.
I've been
I had
ready.
a movie ready.
Great
I don't know if
picture.
Sarah's
Oh
enough time
my
to think about
God.
it.
I choose a random image off my computer every
John's
time.
been
That's
waiting.
what this
Sam's
segment
been
is
waiting
about.
almost a year for his.
You guys are ready for the next picture?
Oh, baby.
Let's go. All right.
Oh my
All right.
God, Sam.
So maybe I hope this didn't get built up too much to where it gets ruined, but I really want to watch The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I've been in the mood to watch a Western, and I was looking up like different
I
ones
did not
to
know
watch.
that's
I
what you
know-
were gonna pick.
I know The Good, the Bad. Well, I saw like the one scene
keeps
from it
us
like
surprised.
recommended on YouTube, and I was like, this is really good. I wonder if the rest of this movie holds up because I haven't seen it since I was like a kid. And it has like a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes and like a 9.9 out of 10
Considered like one of the
on
best
shit.
movies ever made.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like actually the best Western or if it's just the most popular. So yeah,
I don't know,
I
it's
think
been a
it
long
was-
Have any of us
time.
seen it?
Yeah.
I've
is-
seen it before,
I think it was
and
made
I
in-
don't.
Me
Made
and
in
Cole
like
haven't seen it.
I have not
1965
seen
or
it.
something like that.
It was made in the 70s.
I think it's 1966.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Old ass
Yeah.
movie.
John's an idiot. is what we just
Has
found.
anybody seen it?
I have.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw it when I
John.
was younger. Yeah, I've seen it when I was younger.
All right,
Watched
sweet.
it with my brother.
The final scene in that is like so goddamn good.
The music is
spoiler.
so like iconic. Everyone's gonna
The
hear
music
it and be
is-
like,
yeah.
"Oh my god, that's what this is from."
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
we gotta save it for next week.
Yeah,
You
you're
can't
throwing
be-
your opinions out.
Save it,
doing
save
that.
it.
Wait, can we get? What do you think the good and the bad and the ugly is about, Chris?
You're.
What do you think it's about,
Dude's,
Hunter?
dude's a cowboy, and he's got to get the other cowboys. He's got
His friend's
to
ugly
ride
as
into
shit.
town on his
Why
horse.
did
and he's
Chris make
gotta-
it sound like a gay porn? Like what the fuck? He's gotta go
I
get
picture it as a
wrangle
gay
up some
porn.
other cowboy.
There are two kind of podcasts in this world.
A reference.
There's
Uh,
See you guys.
those with face cams and those who have profile pictures.
Hey, thanks for watching.
Goodbye.
Oh,
Love you.
buy the merch.
Fuck
Buy
the free
merch.
world.
Buy the merch.
Yo,
Yeah,
we got a
this
cool
hat is
hat.
actually
You
pretty
should
nice,
buy
by
that.
the way.
313.
Unironically,
Hat
it's
is
pretty good.
pretty
Support
epic.
us and what we
Go Detroit.